Triple M's.
Oh! That has gone sideways.
My word.
That has gone sideways.
Cricket Fan Podcast.
We asked for your feedback on your Truck 11s yesterday, and you guys gave us it in spades. And so we've compiled both an Australian and a World 11 of trucks. And this is a very special episode of the Triple M Cricket Fan Podcast. My name's Rudy Edsel, joined by Tommy Beers.
It's great to be here, but we're clearly very busy.
Indeed. Ethan Meldrum is here as well.
Here to preview literally the biggest cricket match of all time.
That's right. And I think George Porter was probably the driving force behind all this.
Oh,
it's fair to say.
I've got to be honest, there was probably more feedback on that one post. We haven't had feedback like that since two people were caught rooting in Burke Street.
Yeah, well, indeed. That's right. So without further ado, we'll get into it. We'll start with the Aussie 11, and the very first name at the top of our order had to be Craig Simmons.
By popular demand.
By popular demand. Still the owner of the quickest Big Bash ton in history, Heath, 39 balls.
39 balls.
Yeah, and I think he played a grand total of 7 first-class games in a decade between 03 and 2012. So
Can I just say, can I point out, like, his batting took the BBL by storm for a couple of seasons. Last season in first grade cricket in WA, he was the leading wicket taker.
Huh,
really?
Across all teams.
Wow.
He took
We've accidentally-
53 wickets at 14.
53?
That's crazy.
What does he bowl?
Offies.
Even?
Little
Offies, of course
I
he
actually
bowls
remember
offies.
him bowling.
A truck can't bowl anything but
Yeah,
offies.
he opened the
Bowl off
bowling
4
a couple
steps.
Yeah.
He's also, in the off-season, because when you're a Big Bash player, you only work for 2 months a year, really. He fixes power lines.
No,
So
good.
he's just got, like a regular bloke job, and then December, January rolls around, radio, slap on the pads, and here we go, let's hit a couple of
A
sixes.
tradie with a good eye.
Correct.
That's the spirit. That's
Yep.
the spirit of the Truck 11. I
Big
think.
Exactly.
harness. Big harness.
We went.
Be a lot of work getting up there.
We went someone with slightly better pedigree for the other opening spot.
I wouldn't want to be standing on that power pole. Not for forever.
Yeah, it was someone with a little bit more pedigree for the other opening slot. The captain of this side, Mark Taylor, just 7,500 test runs at 43. Elite slip fielder and elite air conditioner salesman.
The nickname Tubby gets you in the team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Straight off the bat.
Yeah,
Picks himself.
Yeah, he could seriously play. 830 runs in and away Ashes, triple century in Pakistan. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Bit of class at number 3 as well, David Boone, the man himself.
56 frothies on a plane, picks himself.
52. We've got to get this right.
Yeah.
On a flight to London. He has a stand named after him in Blundstone. He's now a match referee, and his headshots for the match referee stuff are as funny as anything you can imagine.
Also, maybe another bit of criteria is if VB make a doll out of you. So I think there was the
Yeah.
Booney and the Warney doll.
And there was a Beefy Botham one as well.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Well, we could have had Beefy in there.
Yeah.
He'd be an honourable mention, maybe.
That's true.
We'll get to that.
He's a genuine legend, David Boone. And Robelinda 2, that Rob Moody, Robelinda 2, told me once he was going to make a video that was just every single international cut shot that David Boone played. I don't think it ever saw the light of day, but Jesus, that was good stuff. At 4, we've got Darren Lehman, literally nicknamed Boof.
Yeah.
He had to be in there.
Another nickname that
20
fits itself.
25,000 runs at first class level with an average of 58 nearly, 82 tons. And also a man who doesn't know how to pick a Twitter password.
I think his nickname might have been Shrek as well when Shrek
Yeah.
first came out. He was still rolling around.
You'd hate to
that
cop
was
that.
a-
name, wouldn't you?
not great.
He'd be a great choice to discuss international politics within the team bus. I would think. And US
Strong
Iran
views.
relations.
Strong views. Mark Cosgrove is our number 5 batsman.
Bit of a cult figure back over the border for me and all the boys growing up, because he was right in the prime of his Redbacks career then, before he went down to Tassie and then had a lifeline back again.
I think he plays for Leicestershire in the UK now.
Yeah,
mostly.
he's a dual citizen, I think. So
Yeah. That's 14,000 first class runs, so no
not
slouch.
too bad. Couple of Big Bash teams as well. But my favourite part that I'd like to bring to the table today is in 2010, Mark Cosgrove was sacked from the Redbacks for being a bit unfit, as you can imagine. And Crash Craddock, the Courier Mail's leading
Esteemed cricket writer.
cricket journo, he has come off the long run. And the opening, this is the article that
Something Mark Cosgrove never did.
Yeah, correct. But the opening line to the article about Cosgrove being sacked is, quote, it had to happen, it had to happen, but it's still sad. Fatty Boombas are no more. Overweight batsman Mark Cosgrove has been sacked by South Australia and has waddled off into an uncertain future. So Crash,
Waddled.
9 years, sorry, what are we, 2020, 10 years ago now. Jeez.
What
Anyway,
a headline
that's
that is.
just
That's
savage.
If
You
you're
could not
getting
possibly-
headlines like that written about you,
Could not-
you're in the team. Welcome aboard, Cozzy.
He could not possibly publish that now. Arguably shouldn't have then. At 6, we've got Aaron Finch, 15 one-day tons. He's got 7 20 tons. And-
stiff not to be opening, but
Yep.
Craig
I don't mind
Simmons can only open.
That's
So
right.
We'll
That's
slide
right.
Finchy
I think
down.
one of the things I loved about Finchy was that he, like when he first when he got into the test side when Smith and Warner were banned, they were like, "Oh, Finchy's taking this seriously. He's even quit smoking." One of the notes I wrote down for him was that smoke starts in anything too full or short.
Good old fences.
Our Australian wicketkeeper for this side is Dan Smith. He's one of those New South Wales keepers that he played heaps because their number one was the Test player at that point. Brad Haddon, I think, was away a lot, so you saw him around. Made a massive domestic one-day ton once, but
180 odd at
Yeah,
Sydney.
a lot
Oval.
of love for Dan Smith.
Yeah, he
That's
got
right,
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
nominations,
yeah.
so he was.
there was better keepers we could have gone with, but we had to go with Dan Smith because he was just he was the truck.
There were none bigger.
yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, it's the people's choice, so that's who made it.
We also had to go with Warwick Armstrong. This is another one that got in on the strength of the nickname. His nickname was the Big Ship. He was skinny when he started, but at the end of his career, he was 191 centimeters and 133 kilos.
What era? Can we have an era?
he's-
Because I
He
didn't
started.
know.
He started in 1902
Yeah.
Right.
and ended in 1921.
Not exactly a household name,
No.
Warwick.
Imagine seeing a bloke.
But a
Started
household
in
size. Yeah.
1902.
Yeah,
right.
imagine how big a bloke that was 6'3" and 130 kegs looked in 1921.
Could you imagine if Crash Craddock was around then? He would have been really launching on poor Warwick.
He actually captained Australia to an Ashes whitewash in the 2021 down here.
Right.
First team to win 5-0. And he made 474 runs at 77 with 3 tons and was once seen padded up drinking whiskey at the members bar at the SCG before going out to bat.
These are the glory days. I reckon. Booney's looking back at Warwick.
Yeah.
Warwick Armstrong going, geez, he had it good.
Oh, the good old days.
Good old days.
We've got one leggy in here. Shane Warne, 90s Warnie.
Strictly
This is
90s
Strictly
Warnie.
90s. Once it goes past the 999, don't want to bar of him.
He
Before
nearly
that,
disgraced himself out of the team by getting skinny post-career.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
So
but
it was,
nearly
you
thought he
couldn't
could have
it was
go.
a touchy one, but again,
You
one
couldn't
that
go
people
pa-
wanted.
I don't know. He definitely added an extra 5-10 kilos when he was like late career Warnie. When he took his
Yeah.
700th
Yep.
wicket, he's got the long flowing hair. He's still got that little bit of a gut. Obviously not the 92 Warnie,
Not the
No.
90s, yeah.
but
The Warnie with
still
the
a truck nonetheless.
zinc on his nose and the dart out his mouth, the baked beans in one hand.
Champagne on the head,
Yeah,
dancing
yeah,
with the stump or something.
Good times.
That was
Real
really
good
Warnie.
times.
He picks
Um,
himself.
Never change, Warnie. Oh,
And
wait,
then
and
our-
he did.
Our two quicks are Trent Lawford, who
Yes.
legit looks like a rugby union front rower.
Okay.
Like all he's missing is the padding with the black tape around it, and yeah.
So Trent Lawford, I think he started his career, I can't remember if it's WA now, but he came and played at the Redbacks again. So sorry for going a little bit full Adelaide here.
Never go full.
Yeah.
And
Adelaide.
He always goes for Adelaide.
I know. Well, I just got to do my bit for the boys across the border. But Trent Lawford, when he was playing for South Australia, he obviously before the season began was playing a bit of district cricket in Adelaide. And Trent Lawford, this is from the Advertiser in 2014. Adelaide batsman Trent Lawford belts 265, including 28 sixes in grade cricket. And then this sentence
We
alone.
need to get
this
him
is-
up the list. He's at 10.
Well, yeah.
Very deep
I think if you
batting
look at
lineup.
his stats, he might not have been too much chop. But if you need any criteria to be in the truck 11, it's not wanting to run. And this is the first sentence in this article by Kim Morgan. Hello, Kim, if you're listening. When it's too
He's
hot
not,
when it's too hot to take quick singles, make your runs in boundaries, and that is exactly the criteria you need to make this team.
What
so,
are the chances
I
if it's
think-
like 22 degrees?
That's the motto. That's the motto of the truck 11. I think.
What's the
get them in boundaries?
yeah? What's the Latin version of that on
Yeah,
the shoe?
there are not very many quick singles in either side.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
welcome Trent Lawford.
Finally, our other opening quick, Merv Hughes. It had to be 212 test wickets at 28.38, all heart and guts, and arguably the spirit animal of this podcast in general.
Yes.
He's going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting in this bowling attack.
Yes, he
I
is.
Yes,
feel
he
he's going to be bending the back all day.
Yeah,
but
he could
he'll
do
be
it.
there when the whips are cracking post play as well, I reckon.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
will-
mate, yeah. No one will be, except maybe Warwick Armstrong, if
Yeah.
that members bar act knows anything
the
to go
bus
by.
conductor himself.
Yeah,
Few
and
heavy
then
hitters in the team.
there is, yeah. And our honourable mentions go to Blocker Wilson, who got a few noms. I think maybe not quite truckish enough.
He could probably umpire though.
Yeah, probably. I think Murray Erasmus and
Murray.
Peter Parker probably have the umpiring.
Daryl
selection.
Hare.
Just rock and
Yeah,
roll it.
that's right.
Actually, there's a whole nother segment.
There is,
on umpires.
yeah.
David Shepherd.
Officials,
Yeah.
yeah.
Stay with your on-field decision.
But Greg Ritchie, nicknamed Fat Cat back in the day, he honourable mention. Darren Berry and Rod Marsh could have been keepers if Dan Smith wasn't. John O'Hastings, who was maybe a little bit too well put together.
Yeah.
And Big Stewie McGill and Richard Cheekwee came up a fair bit, but I think more for his post-cricket antics.
Well, yeah.
The World 11 opens with Rohit Sharma, who is, he's the ultimate ODI truck, isn't he?
Yes.
3 doubles. Made 5 tons in the last World Cup.
In those 3 double centuries he's made no ODIs, he faced more than half the deliveries. Like, he's a bloke who just wants to stay on strike and hit boundaries.
That's
Stand
right.
and
yeah.
Exactly.
deliver.
Once
Stand
again,
and
just
deliver.
make your runs
He
in boundaries.
absolutely, exactly. He lives the motto. I think it's fair to say. His opening partner is the one, the only Jesse Ryder.
Kind of fell
Who-
off the planet, didn't he, Jesse?
Yeah, has a few issues to work
He
through.
does.
Poor Jesse.
Yeah.
He when he
Kept drinking.
when he was
There's a
first
common thread
the
here
first
with all
time
these
he was
guys.
selected for New Zealand, Adam Perore claimed he was too fat and in no fit state to play for New Zealand. He once broke his hand trying to break into a pub dunny in Christchurch, and he has
That's right.
he has a section on his Wikipedia page called personality issues.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. He also once had his skull fractured out the front of a Christchurch bar. He's lived a life and a half, Jesse Ryder, and he could seriously play if he cared
Yeah,
a little
he was
bit more.
good. He has
If he wanted to knuckle down and make it, he would have made it. He would have been seriously good. But
He liked
Yeah.
the circuit
Big
too
he
much.
did. He enjoyed the circuit. I think it's fair to say.
Yep.
At 3, Inzamam-ul-Haq.
Yes.
Probably first picked in any truck 11 worldwide in history.
No brainer.
The
No
guy-
one hated running more than Inzi.
There's a
The
video.
Pioneer.
There's a video from Roblinder, and I think it's got every Inzamam run out. And there's one, it's not too far in. He's on strike, he plays a shot. The non-striker starts running. Inzi kind of takes 1 or 2 steps, sees that the non-striker's coming toward him. Inzi turns around, lies down, puts his bat back behind the crease, and the other fella's been run out. And Inzi's just on the ground, kind of looking at him going, what are you doing?
Inzi.
It's the video's called 23 Funniest Inzamam Runouts. Prepare to laugh your ass off. It's
Yes,
22 minutes long.
correct.
So
And I think that'll be my lunch viewing today.
Yeah.
At 4, we've got Yark Callis, who is just world class in every single aspect. World class bat, world class bowler, world class truck.
Also,
He went big.
Just a
yeah.
classy chassis.
which we found earlier today, not only did he have a great batting average, he's also batting well above his average in the misses department.
Yeah, he's got a
Unbelievable.
He's got a good looking misses. That's
Yes.
true. But I think his batting average was like 57 when he retired. So to bat above that, he's done well.
Yeah.
Arjuna Ranatunga is the skipper of this team, I think.
Another
And,
very popular
A lot of
yeah,
selection.
there's very famously once told by Ian Healy he couldn't have a runner because you can't have one for being fat. But
It was a little.
he showed
little
us.
less-
He
little
showed
less
us
PG
when
than that.
when his Sri Lankan team beat us in the '96 World Cup.
Arjuna, I need a runner, Tunga.
Yeah,
Was one of the comments, I think, from
Yeah.
someone then.
I was
Um,
about to say that's not bad from you, but you didn't even
No,
come.
no, no, no. I can't claim the people's choice.
Very sharp.
We're entering the sort of Caribbean section of the team now. Chiron Pollard, the great truck himself, is
Big
real big unit. Can bowl a heavy ball, can hit a heavy ball.
Yeah.
He can seriously play Chiron,
Yeah.
and he's just
Doesn't
one of those.
move too fast.
Nah, he's
No.
never moved too fast.
I think-
There's a few of them like that. Andre Russell's a bit like that too.
Chris Gale probably in that category as well. Like,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a bowler though. So
Yeah,
But last, because he's captain the ODI side now for the West Indies. Last ODI, parked himself at 6 or 7, didn't bat, and also didn't bowl.
yeah,
This is a bloke who loves doing as little as humanly
know your
possible.
role,
Yeah.
play your
Yeah.
role.
And
Our wicketkeeper in this team is Mohammad Shahzad.
Yes, I got his
the-
name wrong yesterday.
You
For
called
those
him
that-
Ahmed Shahzad.
Yeah, he's the Pakistani. So apologies
Right.
to all of our Afghani listeners out
Yeah.
there.
He's absolutely had to be in the team. He's the king of the
he's a big man.
keeping
Yes,
trucks. I think
yeah.
it's fair to say. And then we get down to the bowls. Vernon Philander makes it. Now,
Yeah.
he's not in that bad, Nick Vernon Philander. But
Compared
Yes,
to some
he
of
is.
these
Yeah.
guys, he's not. But
Yeah.
just off the back of Joss Butler's feedback to him during
which
during last
we
week, he had
won't
to be in there.
revisit now
Yeah.
because we don't want to do any more
It's topical.
censoring.
Go and give yesterday's podcast a listen if you haven't already, because we go through exactly what happened there.
But look, incredible bowler, incredible celeb appeal,
Yeah.
incredible rig.
yeah,
Oh yeah, the celeb appeal is world class.
All
If you
time.
if you haven't seen it, go watch it. He, without fail, every single LBW chat, it could be going 2 feet over leg.
just run.
He's already he's
Straight
already
down
celebrating
the
with the
pitch.
slips.
The
Yeah.
He's got the finger up in
he-
the air. It's out.
Stuart Broad and probably Josh Hazelwood. I'd say the top three
Yeah,
proponents of
they're-
the celeb
they're
appeal.
podium.
Exactly. And then speaking of podiums, a man who probably he features on the podium of the biggest boys in this, Rakeem Cornwall.
I think he features on all 3 spots of the
yeah,
podium.
Yeah.
6'6",
Yeah.
143 kegs. We all love him here.
Bowls gentle off spin.
Bowls gentle off. He's took 6 for against, was it Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
took 6 for against Afghanistan.
Still a
and just-
test
He-
6 for.
Yeah.
He opens the batting in the Caribbean Premier League. He has hit 75% of his T20 runs in boundaries.
Exactly.
That's-
Welcome. See, that's the headline. That's
Yeah.
the motto.
That's it.
That's
That's the criteria.
Not negotiable.
That's that's a lot.
I love watching those innings that he plays where it gets to the 15th over and he's still in, but he literally can't run singles because he genuinely can't. And then
6.6.
a man that picked himself, and we got a lot of angry feedback for not including him yesterday, Dwayne Levrock,
Yeah.
the
he got a
Bermudan.
mention yesterday.
He got a
He did,
mention
yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah,
but
but
we
we
didn't
he
put him
wasn't
on
in
the
that
tile
tile,
because
so,
he's
yeah, we didn't put him
hardly
in the image.
played any cricket at all.
That's
really.
So
right.
when I was on Crick Info and I was reading through looking at his stats, it had name, birthday, teams, whatever. Nickname Sluggo.
Sluggo.
Yes.
I think he was like the cop on the island or something. They were in the Bermuda.
Bermuda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was like the cop in Bermuda or something like that, or the town that he lived in or something. He's just one of those guys. He just looks like he'd be great fun.
Yeah.
know?
He's an enormous unit.
Yeah,
He's probably the biggest bloke in this.
As
Yes.
you were saying yesterday,
cricket.
Izzy, he's first and second slip, and probably could dive to gully as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That catch that he took in that World Cup
Iconic.
is genuinely one of the best moments in all cricket.
Yeah.
Or in all sport, I reckon.
It's the fastest he's ever moved.
Oh, yeah. And then finally, opening the bowling from the other end from Vernon Philander, it had to be Lasith Malinga.
Yes, it
He's
does.
trucked right up towards the end
The
of his
longer
career.
his career's gone,
I
the
saw- I
less
s-
graceful he's gotten.
I saw a video of him on Test debut in 2004,
Yeah.
and he looks completely different. He doesn't look anything like Lasith
Schoolboy
Malinga.
haircut.
Yeah,
He's
and
got
you genuinely
no hair and no stomach.
Yeah, you're like that can't be him. Then you see him bowling like that. No, that's
That's
actually
definitely
absolutely
That
him.
photo that did the rounds about a year ago.
It was the World
might have
Cup.
even been-
It was
oh,
during the World Cup.
Sorry, of course.
He just ruined England
Yeah.
with the ball. I think it was England, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He'd ruined someone with the ball, and then it was just like rolling around the
Running
dressing room,
around up
tops off.
On the
Yeah.
balcony,
Yeah.
like in public view.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah,
even
yeah.
subtle.
It was
like,
awesome.
This is what I'm about.
Glorious, glorious man. And then finally, our honourable mentions went to Big Colin Milburn. Look him up on Google. Mike Gadding, who was
he's pretty
famously,
stiff.
Yeah.
famously, there was that joke about him. Shane Warne can't believe he got a ball around him. Samet Patel, who started this whole conversation yesterday, and of course Rangana Harath. He was just edged out by the spin duo of Rakeem Cornwall and Dwayne
Yeah.
Levrock.
If you
Sorry, Rangana.
If you're playing on the subcontinent, you probably could chuck him in there somewhere.
That's right.
Beefy Botham in hindsight is probably also a little bit unlucky to miss out,
Well,
considering
But
his
he's in
nickname's
too good.
Beefy.
He's in too good a nick.
Too good a nick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. He's nearly
And-
voided himself out.
There you go.
Conversely, I brought him up yesterday. If you're playing on a big seamer, Rory Kleinveld.
Oh yeah, true for sure.
If we need
The-
the extra seamer, he might be in the mix. But
Mm.
Great feedback from everyone.
Yeah, great feedback.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
listening.
everyone getting
Enjoy the
yes.
World 11 and Australia 11 in the truck department. Thanks heaps.